National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears. On the Browns sideline, you see Kevin Stefanski. His guys in the midst of a great run, winners of 9 of their last 10. On the other sideline, it is the Bears head coach, Ben Johnson. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak, hoping the return home can be what they need. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. And off we go from the Windy City. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Again, it's Judkins. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. Whoa. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 18 on that one. First down, Cleveland.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. The bumps and bruises, they start to accumulate this time of year. And you can always see that in the key inactives for this game. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Get ready! From the gun, it's Sanders. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Judkins. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Sanders. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0s on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. Here now, 3rd and 5. As we are ready to get back underway. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The kick is perfect right down the middle. And the Browns will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. He's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. The rookie out of Michigan, Mason Grant, getting in to drop them for sack number 11 on the season. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On 3rd down is Williams from the gun. Isaiah McGuire in for the sack. That's a Baker's dozen. 13 for the year.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On 4th down, the Bears send out their 2nd-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Browns offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Down the field, he's got Corley. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Up the middle goes Judkins here, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand.
Automatic 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. This is caught at 2. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Judkins is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. Oh, do you believe it? It's no good. That is his first extra point miss of the season. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Their own 22-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players, but for the real teams, the home stretch is...
Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Off play action. Here's Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he will slide at the end, give him about 5, and now it's 3rd down. The bumps and bruises, they start to accumulate this time of year. And you can always see that in the key inactives for this game. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check out where he ranked in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Sanders will throw it. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Shador. Going deep downfield for Judy. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
This is one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve.
It is a big play for the Browns. 31 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judkins. Finding space at the 15. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
And it'll be Judkins. And this one blown up. Good serve. Drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
Play lost a yard. It's now third and goal.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Now, Sanders. This caught. The Bears go ahead with their third and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They'll run for it. It's Judkins. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and then makes a huge tackle short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Jerome Baker getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Second and 16 at the 10-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, and this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
He's brought down back at his own 7-yard line.
Third and long. Here's Williams, and the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points. And that's exactly what they were able to do.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Automatic first down.
Here's Judkins. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And all you can do do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him, and I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
They run it once more with Judkins. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down and 8. They'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Judy. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Shador. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure how popular this move is going to be on the other sideline. And listen, I understand in the huddle sometimes kind of players take it upon themselves to do things like this, but the call there has to be take a knee, move on, shake hands, and go to the locker room. But not in this case.
So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitor's sideline, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys holding their own, 6-2 over their last 8. Across from him, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. His guys know a home playoff game is in their future. They have clinched the division and look to be a real force in the AFC. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Malik Collins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Here's Ty Zentner now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm with the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. You look at this Buffalo defense, they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The Browns at 13-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And some space here. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. An inside run with Jenkins. A pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Hey, when you get good yards like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Play action. It's Sanders. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. From the gun, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Coleman. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop them with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Browns 14.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bills' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Allen. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Allen going to run with it. Shreds him off. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Allen off the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Final 3 weeks of the regular season witching hour, when playoff teams become also-rans and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our trip through the NFL.
A two-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
First down, right back to Judkins. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
At the 36-yard line, it's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5. Once again, Judkins. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
18 yards on the play. And the Bills first down. A gain of 13 yards.
They run again on first down. Cook to the 43, 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs.
Ronnie Hickman there charging in from the secondary to drop it.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And Allen has the blitz coming. Allen going to run with it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's good for a Bills first down. A gain of 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
The Bills first down.
Now Allen. That's again complete to Palmer. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Josh Palmer. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41.
Here's Allen to throw it. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 11.
Back to throw. Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's another Bills.
To the air, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a short gain here down to the 22. Allen going to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Allen in the offense staying put. They'll go for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Give up the middle, Jenkins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jenkins going to run it out of the gun. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, here's Jenkins. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second down and a little more than a yard here. On the handoff is Jenkins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Jenkins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Bills' 19-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But the absolute pitch is shut out, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Browns, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
There's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar. Yeah, it is this city of rock and roll. And in the footsteps of Hendrix, Cobain, and so many others. Another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Leading the Steelers in this one, longtime head coach Mike Tomlin. His side has won 2 in a row. On the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Browns, Kevin Stefanski. His guys officially in playoff tune-up mode. They have already locked up that top seed in the AFC. Kate Scott and Brock Huer on the call with you today. Ball teed up and ready. And off we go from Cleveland. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down just inside the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, to the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
On second down, Warren. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Well, they're the top dog for the upcoming postseason, and we all know that is so important, Brock, because it's going to give their injured guys that extra week of recovery as they try to get back out there for a postseason run.
Yeah, Caton, here's now the key. With that number 1 seed and that bye week secured in your pocket, you just do not want to add anybody to that injured list. And if that extra week of rest can help somebody, anybody, get back out there, what a lift for the postseason.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. It's fielded at the 14. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they're Brought out by the rookie who was the talk of the NFL draft, Brock. First-round hype, but didn't go until the 5th round. It's Shedeur Sanders.
Kate, I don't think any of us will forget the 2025 NFL draft and the story that was Shedeur Sanders. But the key for him in his NFL career, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And he's got to use his wealth of experience as a change maker, a difference maker, to take this opportunity and run with it in Cleveland.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Another one for Junkins. Some daylight through the 40. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I know we talk all the time about special teams flipping the field, and undoubtedly they will at some point today. But on the opening drive, to flip the field to get in the other team's field position, that's a great sign of that run.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Game to Junkins. Nice cut back right, creating some room here. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. First down, and they go right back to it. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Junkins has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
2 yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's 3rd and goal. It's Junkins. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down. The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They'll go, Junkins. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. Wow, he had to power through 1 tackle just to get back to the line that time. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Warren. Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2. And goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, he's not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
And he's going to be stopped well shy in that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Fields this clean at the 30. That'll be the first and more. And he gets a pretty nice result there on the punt return to put an end to our first 2 quarters of play. So that's halftime, and we've arrived here scoreless. Now let's head over to our buddy Scott Hansen for the EA Sports halftime
Our tour
report.
of the league starts now. It starts in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals.
Just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. Has this at the 6. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Judkins to begin the drive. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a 21-yard gain. And that gives the Browns a first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it, and they just showed up on that run.
Judkins headed right. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, here who gotta have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you gotta line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. Has room down the left sideline. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take the lead right away in half number 2.
I think he'll take his highlights however. He can get one hand off, pin off the pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch. He can do his damage. Big time.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Have it on the team, and they will kick it away here. We'll take this at the 10. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Rodgers. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Warren here from the gun. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. But nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Warren running between the tackles. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Desperation time here on 4th. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Run right side, Judkins. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock. And might see them burn a timeout. The Steelers calling their first timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
48-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's set up to throw it. He beams one deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Big strike downfield to Judy. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Offense is set. 1st and 10. And the give, here's Judkins. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Judkins running between the tackles. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
One more time with Judkins. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win. That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That pass complete to Boyd. He reaches the sideline, drop stops, but the defense holds him to a gain of maybe 6 or 7.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Rodgers from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Up in the pace here as the clock continues to run. One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there. This game is over. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off as of late, Brock, and that continues this week.
Is my math right? Is that 5?
Look at you shocking everybody. Yes, that is 5 straight after this one.
Yeah, things just got to feel different every day in that building. Playing this well over the last month plus, guys feel like they're on another level, and it gives them a huge lift on game day. You feel that confidence.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner.
Of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday. So it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups. We're just wrapping up stage one of what is an unbelievable NFL season.
Man who played collegiately over in Columbus, Quinshawn Judkins. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
On play action, Shador. This is brought in downfield by Judy. The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. His guys have a first down.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Judkins down on first and 10. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9. They run it once more with Judkins. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. Well, we have a moment while we take a look at the key inactives not playing in the ball game here this afternoon. Sanders on third down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. John separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. That one's a poorly. He's got it. He's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they wind up getting 13 on fourth down.
That's good for a Browns first down. A gain of 14. First down, Cleveland.
Here's Judkins. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4.
It is second and 6. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. They'll get back to Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal as we are ready to get back underway. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Judkins trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Now from a yard farther back, it's third and goal. 2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. Once more from the 2. Third and goal. They'll try and run with Judkins. And he's so close to breaking the play, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Judkins. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. Oh, he gets swarmed under. They meet him in the end zone. It is a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
That's taken at about the 14, and he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. The Browns offense going to take over now for the second time. Greg, I know you're passionate about this, the change in the evolution of the NFL the last decade, the willingness to go for it even more often now on fourth down, as we've seen here.
Yeah, I think teams just continue to understand the NFL is not about yards, it's not about time of possession, it's about generating big plays, and it's about maximizing every possession you have and sustaining the ball. So when you get opportunities at certain down and distances, at certain parts of the field, to use that extra down, it changes everything. And the last thing I'll say, Mike, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. You don't decide to go for it on fourth down, or at least I'll say the good teams don't decide to go for it on fourth down They knew they were going for it on fourth down 3 plays ago. They knew on 1st and 10, this was 4-down territory. So first down, second down, third down, the play caller is using that information to say, if I need fourth down, I have it. So I don't need to get it all on second, all on third. So it changes the philosophy and the flow of the play caller, and the players are a lot more comfortable nowadays being in these situations.
They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. A give now to Judkins on the zone read. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third down, 3 to go. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Shador on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Sanders. That'll be caught by the running back, Judkins. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Gain of 15 yards. That's another Browns.
One final throw before the break. That one taken in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
These are the plays that when you look back, Mike, they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
Makes the score Browns.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. It's January 4th. Are we still within the range we could say Happy New Year? Well, Happy New Year. This is it. Week 18. Everything to play for. Let's roll.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. We'll see how much run he gets here in the final weekend as he comes into play, the NFL's leader in receptions. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Brown. Not much happening there, just a short gain. The bumps and bruises, they start to accumulate this time of year. And you can always see that in the key inactives for this game. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Flacco. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Isaiah McGuire. He gets in there to record the sack, number 16 now on the season.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Isaiah McGuire, he gets in for another sack. That is 2 on as many snaps. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt as this drive quickly stalled out. So he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next possession. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Judkins. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Going deep downfield for Jeudy. That is hard. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It is a big play for the Browns. 32 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Judkins now as we begin the 4th quarter. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. From the gun, it's Shador. Throws. here down the field. It will fall incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Fourth down. Here's Sanders. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Browns first down. The defense nowhere to be found. A fourth down gain of 20.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cleveland.
They're on the toss here with Judkins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. So now the Bengals use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On second down, it's Judkins. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for two.
The Browns will line up for the two-point conversion.
Now, Sanders. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he's right there in contention for the most receiving yards by a wideout this year, currently ranked second in the NFL. Flacco. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Brings up second and 14.
Throwing, Flacco. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. That is Myles Garrett in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's third down. To throw is Flacco. Moving outside the pocket, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, the Bengals ready to punt this one away. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they've just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
Here's second and 6. They'll run it with Judkins. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
Third down and 3.
Brings up third and 3.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's a Browns first down.
It's a gain of 18.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Second and 10. They go play action with Sanders. Down the field, he's got Corley. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have a first and goal inside the 5.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Now, for the point after. He's got it. And the Browns are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. They finished the season on a high note. Now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.